I yanked open the nearest trash bin lid and bent over, heaving out all the food and fruity cocktails I'd been sipping like juice the entire evening. My head spun as my limp body plopped beside the bin afterwards. A few moments later, I heard light footsteps approaching me from behind. Oh gosh, are you okay? Who do I want to approach? We gotta solve it. First slot of 2026. Let's go, baby. Julian, Case. I don't even remember, y'all. Riku. Case is like that crazy dude. Right? The one who was like, boo, Allah. Julian is the guy with the blonde hair, I think. Let's go to the interns. I scanned the room, eyes searching for where the girls had gone off to. The bar was buzzing with low chatter and the soft pulse of music. My gaze finally landed on them standing at a high table on one corner. They looked like they were having a good time. Drinks in hand, they seemed to be in deep conversation with the occasional guest laughing along with the lively atmosphere. The dim lights caught the gleam of their earrings and the shimmer of their outfits as they waved slightly to the beat. Ren spotted me from across the room and waved enthusiastically, her eyes lighting up as she signaled for me to come over. Over here! Come! She patted the empty space beside her at the table, a smile warm and inviting as Peony turned their heads to see what was going on. Their heads? She has two or more? I made my way over, feeling a little more at ease with each step. Peony, however, looked grumpy again, with her arms crossed and brows slightly furrowed like my mere existence was ruining her vibe. Oh, does she like Ren? Despite her apparent displeasure, she didn't say anything and just watched silently as I joined their table. Well. If it isn't my social butterfly. I thought you were busy mingling with the guys. How come you're here with us instead? 'Cause I wanted to see where you're at. What? I'll leave then. Like, oh, I don't care. I'll just leave. Her tone was casual, but the edge in her words didn't go unnoticed. She sipped her drink with a raised brow while waiting for my answer. Can't I join the fun too? I miss you guys already. We had such a great time earlier. When Ren grinned at my comment. Not long after, she raised her glass in a little cheer. Oh, they're not our friends. Or anything down. We gotta go. Aw, look at you getting all sentimental. We do make pretty good friends, don't we? Peony rolled her eyes, but the corners of her mouth twitched like she was fighting a smile. Must be the cocktail talking. Even with her insistent grumbling, she didn't walk away. Okay, excuse me. What is my reading? God, okay, I gotta walk away from this a bit. Hello. This is what happens when you go outside, guys. What just happened? I reckon that was probably as close as affection as we could get with her for the time being. Y'all. Where my glasses? What is that? Maybe I need the glasses of focus. Hold on. Let me rummage around and get the glasses of focus. With the power of focus, we can do this. What? Since we're all here, let's spill some tea. Preferably one of the coworker variety. What should we talk about? I'm safe. Should talk about saving. It's good for you, you know. Noel, Julian. Okay, Riku, Julian, Kyle. Noel, Case. Remind me. I want to know who's Julian again. Julian. Oh, yes! Okay, forgot. It's him. Okay, let's go. I wanted to go over to him, but I was like, I don't remember their names, and I don't want to end up with some random ass guy, man. It's him. Okay, let's go. Peony's vision flickered to Julian, who was sitting alone at the corner table, nursing what looked like an untouched mocktail. He was sitting on a bar stool with his back straight against the seat and fingers loosely interlaced on the table. His eyes scanned the room as if he was looking for someone or something. Peony narrowed her eyes slightly. It's weird that Mr. Emo Man over there is sitting alone while we're all celebrating. You can go and help him out. You seem very cheery. I'm pretty sure you'd appreciate it. Ren leaned in with a cheeky grin. She gave us a pair of jazz hands as she explained. I know, right? It gives off the whole tragic prince from a gothic novel vibe. All he's missing is a thunderstorm and a fancy gothic prince costume to set the mood. Why is it in my head all I heard? Oh, bless my heart. Sorry. I saw that. I was like, I immediately just, I was like, wait a minute. That sounds very, very familiar. I was like, all I heard, na 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 na. I was like, wait. That sounds very familiar. I gave a small shrug. I mean, okay, it's not her. I thought it was her. I thought it was Peony. I mean, being introverted isn't a crime, right? Maybe it's social anxiety. Not everyone handles big crowds the same way. Peony tilted her head, still heavily scrutinizing the poor guy. I can't tell. He just radiates an I don't want to talk to anyone. Or the whole time. Ren smirked. I don't know. I'm sensing more of a I don't know all your secrets and I'm judging you silently. Or I chuckled softly. I'm sure he's probably just trying to stay out of the spotlight. I can sort of relate in a way. We all glanced back toward Julian, who clearly did see y'all doing it. He hadn't moved much, but there was something thoughtful about the way he watched the room. Like he was observing, not avoiding. Yeah, he's a people watcher. It happens once in a while. It's cool. He probably wants to be a part of the experience, but it's too tragic to be a part of it. Oh no. Yeah, y'all are kind of on the dot on that one. I'm sorry to... Like, I'm not mocking the dude, by the way. But I just feel like the concept of that song is fascinating. It's just literally correct. It reminded me of that. I was like, wait. I was like, wait a minute. That sounds very familiar. Peony crossed her arms. Still, why is he so guarded during a company function anyway? Y'all are so new, you have no idea. HR is watching your ass. It's clocking you. How many drinks you're having? What are you like? How do you behave after a drink? What's your personality like? Who did you try to hook up with? Who didn't you try to hook up with? Bruh, they are assessing all of you. If they find a little thing that they don't like, they're like, fire them. I'm like, yes, ammunition. You have no idea. Y'all are such noobs. Okay, let's go. Ren tapped her finger against her chin. Oh, and I clicked twice. I was about to read that and I didn't notice my own finger was tapping the screen. The thing. What's it called? The thingy. The mouse pad. The mouse thing, not the mouse pad. Still, why is he so guarded? Blah, blah, blah. Ren tapped her finger against the chin. Okay, chin. I heard he keeps a notebook with him everywhere. What do you think's in it? Work sketches? Secret poetry? Peony scoffed. It might be a burn book for all you know. I smiled. I bet he's dying to write down an entry about how there's 3 noisy interns here who are boring a hole into a skull right now. The 3 of us laughed, letting the speculation drift into a lighthearted teasing. Still, a quiet part of me couldn't shake the feeling that the reason why Julian was so distant wasn't because he was arrogant. Clearly. It might be that the man just wanted to protect his peace. Yeah. What should we talk about next? Yeah, it's overrated to say. Ooh! I don't know who I clicked on. This dude, you're so confident somehow, even you self-select yourself. Hello, fake Ichiko. You self-select yourself. I did not click on you. I wanted to go to Riku. What? Okay, what? Alright, let's hear what you want to say, Mr. Confidence. Ren let out a low whistle the moment she laid eyes on Kyle. Kyle! Thanks, Kyle! I totally wanted to do the same. With a thick layer of sweater covering his torso, you could still see the outlines of his well-trained muscles underneath. Ren leaned toward me with a smirk dancing on her lips. Okay, I know I said I wasn't into gym bros, but I'll make an exception for him. Just him. Peony rolled her eyes, her crossed arms never leaving her chest since I came. Oh, please. You'd melt for anyone with broad shoulders and big biceps. Don't act like you didn't stare too, Peony. Peony scoffed, but I could see a faint blush creeping up on her cheeks. I was just admiring the quality of his sweater. Sure, we totally believe you. We all laughed at the same time. Across the bar, we could all hear Kyle laughing loudly at something Uncle Kareem had said, until he tilted his head and it's held back and slapped his knees in pure glee. Do you girls think he's single? Even if he is, you guys can have him. I prefer not to get crushed by a single flick of his finger. Smart, though, it's smart. Peony took another sip of her drink, shaking her head with a smirk. Let's just hope he doesn't catch us gawking. If he does, I'll just say that we were admiring his sweater. I giggled at our newfound inside joke as my eyes flipped back to Kyle one last time. Right, the sweater. We clinked our glasses together, gossip fading into laughter as the night carried on. Oh, this one was so spicy. This one was so spicy. What should we talk about next? Okay, I'm not gonna save anymore. We went to Kyle's, talk about Riku. Ren ducked in closer to whisper. Did you guys know that Mr. Riku is the son of a multi-million-dollar conglomerate? Conglomerate. Oh my gosh, that is a mouthful. Oh wow, that is a mouthful. I'm sorry. It's $1 million oh my god. Exactly. I don't know why my mouth is not articulating itself today. What's happening? A conglomerate. Ooh, I gotta fight. Known as the infamous Murasaki Group. Oh my god. He's like legit the direct heir to the Murasaki Empire. The second son. As the second son. Peony's eyes widened. Her arms remained crossed as her expression shifted from skeptical to contemplative. Wait, our superior is the Riku Murasaki? I had no idea. Yeah, you totally didn't. You totally didn't, huh? You didn't look him up on Instagram? No. Seriously? Who would have thought? Ren gave a sly smirk and nodded. Yeah. He's the second son in the current Murasaki family from a long line of extremely affluent predecessors. So he's basically royalty. I guess this kinda explains why he acts so stiff around everyone, huh? He's never walked down the street without having to be, like, ready for the press. That's such a sad life, though. I love the wishes, but I hate the responsibility sometimes it comes with it. It's not even like the job and the working. It's more like these stupid small things you don't think matter. Like, if you were to cuss once, the press would be like, they did the thing, and they would blow it out of proportion, and they'll be like, who was he standing next to? His niece? How old is she? 8 years old? We'll say she was 5. Because we didn't see her entire height. We'll say she was 5, and this man cussed in front of her. What a bad influence. You know, some dumb stuff like that sometimes. And I'm exaggerating here, but it's like, if they were to see stuff that you do, and it's like normal human behavior, like you return something, they'll start be like, are they going poor? They had to return things. It's nasty, stupid things that you don't realize. The overall stalking by the people who just hate you, and news outlets that want to make money off of you but hate you at the same time because you ain't giving them enough drama. Peony gave a slow nod before letting her gaze settle on her before letting her gaze settle on a supervisor sitting by himself across the bar. Well, rumors say that he's just the type to work harder than anyone else in the company. Yeah, he's not the type to lord it over subordinate heads either. That earns him a bit of respect in my book. Same here. You usually hear cases of where nepotism ruins companies to the ground, and incompetent successors ruining companies' culture, etc., etc. Yeah, everyone seems to love and respect Mr. Riku here very, very much, actually. Right? But it also makes me wonder, why would someone like him be sent here of all places? Pixel Playground Studios is just it's a mid-sized studio. We're not even that famous outside of our home country yet. This is my warm-up, guys. It's been a while. I'm sure that the Murasaki family must have high hopes for all their children. Heck, the eldest son is taking care of a billion-dollar venture capital firm, and this was what the second son got? Something smells fishy to me. Think of it this way. Maybe it's some kind of test. You know how in K-drama CEOs will get thrown. Okay, how in K-dramas the CEOs will throw their kids into the deep end to see if they manage to sink or swim. That might make sense, but to be given a fully furnished office house in a building owned by the Murasakis? Talk about being born with a silver spoon in your mouth. But if it were me, and if I really wanted to test the capabilities of the future heir of my throne, I would have had him prove his own middle. Oh my gosh, I'm tired. Okay. I would have had him prove his own mettle by starting from zero. Why did I zone out in the middle of that sentence? I'm not stopping, that'll be fun. We're nowhere near those types of elite circles, so who's to say anyways? Well, you know, this could have been a gift for his 21st Christmas or something. Or perhaps he was the one who specifically requested to be tested this way? It could have been his own choice to lead the creative studio instead of tackling what seemed and what we deemed as bigger things. Everyone is chasing different things in life after all. Ren shrugged, still skeptical. Nah, maybe. Either way, I'm watching him. There's definitely more than what meets the eye. I just know it. Okay, so Riku is Mr. Boss Man. I forgot all their names, darling. Peony smirked, the edge of her suspicion softened by a growing curiosity. She's like, the money. I'm kidding. She's given such a rip, though. Well, whatever it is, at least he's more than capable for his role. You have to respect the man for that. The conversation mellowed as they all took a sip from their drinks, each quietly filing their theories about their mysterious creative director. Ooh. Who's next? What should we talk about next? We talked about Kyle. Let's talk about Case. As Ren turned to look in Case's general direction, she gasped and nudged my arm. Oh, right. Man, I just met you now and I forgot you already. Okay, let's go. Oh my god, look. Case is with 2 other women, and I don't think either of them are from the studio. Tony leaned in to get a better look. They seem awfully cozy. Especially the one on the left. Look the way she's clinging onto his arm. The girls continued to giggle and make playful comments, but as my eyes locked onto Case, I seemed to notice something they didn't. His smile didn't quite reach his eyes. One of these women began leaning in way too close for comfort, her hand resting lightly on his arm. For a moment, Case's gaze flicked across the room and landed right on me. His eyes widened slightly when his gaze met mine, but just enough to betray his supposed happy chill face. He looked away the very next second, schooling his face back into something more natural. Ooh. Taking a break, guys. Happy New Year. It's already February, but yeah. Then casually but deliberately, he shifted his arm and gently removed the woman's hand from his. He wasn't enjoying himself. He was pretending to. Peony scoffed under her breath. He probably loves all the attention he's getting. Please, the man looks like he's living the dream. 2 girls fawning over him? Who wouldn't kill for that? I know I would. I didn't join in their teasing. My eyes were still locked on him, watching the cautious mask settle back on his face. Who should we talk about next? Noel. Oh, it's him! Our honey bun! Honey! Okay, don't betray me now. Come on, reading capacities. Man, somebody's reading deep and splash off, man. No, thank you. We took a peek at Noel, who was happily munching on a basket of fries and sipping on his melon soda float. Completely immersed in his own world, he looked so content, like nothing could bother him. Ren smiled softly. I honestly have nothing bad to say about this guy. Peony raised an eyebrow, her tone dry. Yeah, he looks harmless enough to me. Kind of like a pet hamster. Cute, quiet, and always nibbling on something. MC chuckled. I chuckled, duh. You could say I chuckled. That's oddly specific. Peony shrugged. I'm just saying, he looks like a big softie and definitely acts like one too. Not my type, but I can understand why some people like this type of joke. Yeah, fair enough. I like him now. His name's Noel. Noel or Noel? Ren nudged her playfully. So you do know how to compliment people. We all began teasing each other after that. When I glanced back at Noel, I'm gonna say Noel. When I glanced back at Noel, I saw that he was still lost in his own little world. He's so cute. But he's like anxious. It kind of has an anxious attachment style, last I checked from that. It's kind of weird. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, to be so unbothered by the thoughts of others. He's probably painfully anxious of his surroundings. Like, I hope nobody approaches me. No! Such a bliss. Any more tea to spill? Oh, there's nothing. Out of nowhere, a wave of dizziness hit me like a truck, I gotta say. In my excitement, I hadn't realized that I had one too many cocktails for the night. I tried wheeling my wobbly knees down the bar stool as best as I could without alarming the girls. Hey girls, I think I'll step out for some fresh air now. Need me to accompany you? It's fine, I just need to clear my head. It won't take long. I felt lightheaded as every thought that swirled in my mind began turning a little too fuzzy around the edges. The warm buzz I had felt earlier had suddenly warped into a dizzy spiral the moment I stood up. I excused myself politely and made my way to the entrance. You should go to the bathroom. Why are you exiting drunk? The crisp, cool night. Okay, this is probably gonna be where stuff is kicking off. Okay, so if sensitive, so be prepared. I don't know when, but I can tell. I'm getting the vibe of it, and it's clearly giving us a heads up kind of thing. The crisp, cool night air managed to take me out of my drunken state for a brief moment. I took a deep breath to steady the overwhelming dizziness that kept hitting me in waves. The drinks in this bar were no joke. The quiet out here was a welcome change from the noise and laughter inside. I just needed a few minutes to myself to clear my head, then everything will be fine again. Out of nowhere, a wave of nausea hit me like a truck. My vision swam for a second. Uh-oh. Relying solely on my instincts now, I made a beeline to the back of the bar and hoped that no one saw. Gravel crunched beneath my shoes as I searched for the nearest trash bin or a bush or anything. Dignity could wait. Right now, survival comes first. I yanked open the nearest trash bin lid and bent over, heaving out all the food and fruity cocktails I'd been sipping like juice the entire evening. My head spun as my limp body plopped beside the bin afterwards. A few moments later, I heard light footsteps approaching me from behind. Oh gosh, are you okay? Okay? Yeah, I groaned, doubling over slightly. The heaving sensation tugged at my stomach, in the worst way. I felt so nauseous that I began preparing myself for a second round of heaving. Ren reached out and gently steadied me, slipping an arm around my back. You should call it a night. I'm taking you home now. I'll make sure you get home safe, don't worry. I felt too weak to protest, so I merely nodded in reply. What about Peony? You clearly like her. She just booked a Brad ride home, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. You, on the other hand, yikes. I feel fine. That's what all drunkards say. Ren let out a breath, half amused, half concerned. Let's get going then, before it gets too late. Remember to watch your step, okay? I'd hate for you to fall and ruin that pretty face of yours. I pointed vaguely in the direction of my apartment, my groggy mind barely piecing together where home was. Ren followed my gesture, adjusting her hold on my shoulder without a word before beginning our journey. My steps were heavy, but she maintained a careful and patient pace throughout. I leaned into her warmth, grateful that someone was here to guide me through the blur of the city. Through the blur of the city lights and dizzying fuzz in my head. I thought that's where the sentence ended. Ren steadied me as we stopped in front of the building. All do ready. Wakey wakey. Something. He said something, I didn't see that. Sorry. Wakey wakey. We're here. Oh, okay. I nodded, barely keeping my balance. I have to go now before it gets too late. Do you have anyone who can get you upstairs? You're way too wasted to make it on your own. I clumsily fumbled through my purse, finally managed to pull out my phone and dial the one person I trusted the most. She picked up almost immediately. Hey, Ginger, what's up? I'm in the middle of a stream right now. Oh, baby, please. Huh? Ren gently took the phone from my hand. Hey, sorry to interrupt. Ginger's too drunk to head upstairs by herself. We're right outside the building right now. Are you able to come down and fetch her for me? I need to head back ASAP, sorry. There was a pause. Oh shit, I'm coming! 1 minute later, Ray appeared at the entrance of the apartment building with her bright pink bunny jammies on. It's true, you show up with your SpongeBob bunnies, bunny jammies, that's what's up. The first thing she did the first thing she did when her eyes landed on me was let out a loud, exaggerated sigh. Come here, you big baby. When Ren passed the metaphorical torch to Ray, except in this case, I was the torch. Jeez, how'd you even get yourself into this state? It's Ren, right? Thanks for taking care of her for me. That's why I was like, I like her. We're gonna get along. Even if we don't get along, we just get along like normal. She's a cool person. I appreciate it a lot. No problem. We have to look out for each other as interns. Let me get this big baby upstairs. Good night. See you soon, Ren. Great. Bye-bye. Ren waved at me. Oh god, what happened? Excuse me. Did the power just go out? Oh my god, no. What? Oh, it's being turned on. Okay, excuse me. Ren waved at me before disappearing into the night, leaving Ray to wrangle me upstairs. What was supposed to be an honest attempt at a piggyback ride quickly turned into a semi-drag up the elevator. Ray was mumbling something under her breath about being in the middle of a stream, but I couldn't really process it at the moment. Everything felt like static and fog. I think we just dodged a bullet by talking to the interns. What? The guys would have probably ended up helping, but they would have ended up knowing where we live. That's not comfy. When we finally made it back to the apartment, Ray tossed me onto my bed with a grunt. She then took a wet rag to clean my face and made sure I laid on my side. She even took the precaution to shift my waste paper basket beside my bed, just in case there were any more unexpected incidences throughout the night. Despite grumbling, she still took the effort to care for me so gently. With that, I slowly fell into a deep slumber. What a great friend. Alright, I'm gonna leave it there. That is literally so cute. On a new page, page 2. Yeah, that is about it. For some reason, things have happened and I gotta leave it here so that I don't push my stuff too far. But yes, as always, thank you for tuning in and joining. I definitely have exerted my time today. I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Bye. Like, comment, and subscribe, and the usual spiel to get notified, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever I post. Love y'all. Bye.